Hey, this is Aaron with Scalability. In this one, I'm going to show you how to get a phone number and then get the A2P registration going. So once you log into your Scalability account, here on the left side, if you scroll all the way to bottom left corner, settings, when you click on this in the side menu, you'll see phone numbers. Click on phone numbers, and then here it'll bring you where you can actually choose your number and start your 10-day LC registration. Now, the A2P 10-day LC registration is something that came out with providers this year, just a few, I don't know, 6 months ago or so. And basically what it is they're cutting down on spammers. So if your number that you get for Scalability is not registered with Verizon, AT&T, the national database, then your text messages are going to go straight to spam or junk or not even be delivered because the carriers have started basically blocking any numbers that aren't registered. Now, the next thing is when you get your phone numbers registered, you will start to build a reputation in the national database. And from my understanding, as your reputation grows and they see that you're a legitimate business doing legitimate business in the United States, sending text messages legitimately to people who have opted in legitimately, then your reputation will get better and the cost involved will actually go down. So to get a phone number in Scalability, it's a couple bucks a month. Even for toll-free numbers are like $4 a month. But there will be fees to the actual national database of carriers. Now, those are not something we mark up. They're not something we can change or do anything about. They literally just pass through us and come right onto you. So we have to pay them for everything that comes through, and it just passes through. There's no markup, no nothing like that. We have no control over it. It's just part of the game now. I think it's a good thing because it teaches you to do legitimate business instead of spamming a list of 1,000 people with text messages all day that you just pulled off the internet. So it's a good thing, and I'm going to show you how to do it properly so that you can actually have numbers that get your text messages delivered like they're supposed to, and you can have everything set up and properly and running in a short amount of time. So here, the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to grab a number. If we click on this blue button off to the right, it'll say add a number, and here we can choose add a phone number. It's immediately going to bring up this window here, and it's going to show numbers that are available, or you can search for anything you want. So let's say I want to go to Charlotte, North Carolina with a 980 number. I can either say I want to search for the number 980 as any part of the number, or I can say the first part of the number, last part, any part, so on. So let's say first part of the number, click apply. It's going to bring up whatever available numbers there are with the 980 at the beginning. Okay, then you can scroll through here and you just simply choose which one you want, and it'll show up as you have a local number. So if I say I want this one, I just check the box and click proceed to buy in the bottom right corner, and I'll literally have that number in just a few minutes. Now, if I want to get an 800 number, we can do that as well. We come in here, let's say United States, but let's filter this, and let's say we want to search for an 800. So let's say 877. And I want it to be in the first part of the number because I want an 877 number. Right underneath this, you see it's saying SMS, MMS, voice. It's saying we want to make sure that the numbers that it suggests have these capabilities, okay? So just leave those checked. And then apply to search for 877 numbers, and it's going to bring up what's available here. Okay, so now see we're seeing 877, 560, 8076. You can literally read through, and you can see here on the right, it's going to cost me $2.15 to have this 800 number. Now, an 800 number, I would get if you're doing business all over the United States or wherever, right? That way you can send texts and things all over, and it's going to show up with an 800 number, essentially. If you're a local business, or specifically doing one area, like a real estate investor targeting local, you usually get better answer rates and pickup rates and everything else from the people you're reaching out to if they think you're local. So if you're doing local business, then search for your local area code. Now, second thing is an 800 number is actually going to get registered easier and work during the registration process. So if you get a local number, you're going to have to wait for the A2P to work so that your text will actually go through and not be blocked by the carriers. With an 800 number, as the way it sets now, those will start working right away while your A2P is being verified. And so they're basically, it's just a little bit easier to get them actually registered and working. So right now I'm going to just grab this one to show you what it looks like. And we click that we want that number. And in the bottom right corner, I'm going to click proceed to buy. And just shortly, it only takes a couple minutes, maybe, and then I'll own that number. So you see here, it says number purchase successful. And now I have that number, verify this toll-free number, click on that, and it's literally going to start the A2P process right now. So if you have your business profile filled out, then some of those things will get plugged in here automatically. And you're just going to enter in the blanks here, fill in the blanks, and it's going to walk you through the process step by step to verify your numbers. I'm going to close this. If that's closed and you come back to this later or to check on it later, you see here, there's this kind of warning thing up here that says A2P 10DLC is incomplete. You can click Start Now right here, or you can click on Trust Center at the top, and it's going to bring you into this where it's going to give you more information and you can start registering now. So if I start my register now, it's going to bring us through our profile needs and tell you what you need to do. It's going to walk you step by step through it. Just like this, you're going to put in your first name, last name, click continue. And we've created an actual document for this to make this even easier for you. And this Google Doc here we've put together that tells you to fill out your business profile, walks you through how to do that. I have a whole nother video that will walk you straight through this entire registration process. So this one, I'm going to give you the basic layout to this point, and then you'll jump into that video and go through the registration. But it's going to walk you through copying and pasting each thing here. So we have made this to where when it says, hey, what are your campaign details? You just jump over to this Google Doc, copy marketing, paste it in that blank. Then the next thing that's going to show up, it's going to say, what's your campaign use description? Copy this, put it in that block, okay? And then it's going to ask for sample messages. And we've made it to where you can copy and paste each one of these messages into the spot and then add your name and your company name. Obviously, change the red text out and make it match with your name and company name. And then here, how do end users consent to receive messages? Copy this, paste it in there. This is important that you actually have this on the form on your website where people are going to opt in. So before you go doing your registration and trying to get your numbers approved, when you submit that, they're going to check this website because you got end users consent by entering their information through a form on your website, and then you're putting a link to your website right here, right? So you want to actually put a link in there that has a form or something of yours on a web page to where when people buy your product, there's a little box that says they agree to get messages, right? Or by submitting this purchase form, like when you buy this product or join our group or submit your information right here, then you are saying it's okay for us to contact you. This right here from by submitting with your company name, you want to copy this and actually put that on that web page. So you'll go into your website, you'll add this to your web page right there on the actual opt-in form where they put in their name, email, and click to get your free download, or click to join your group, or they put in their name and their payment method to buy your book or your course or whatever it is. You want to put this underneath the button so that it's on the website. And then that website is the link that you'll use to put in for this right here. Okay, so you'll copy this entire thing to do the A2P registration. That way, it has a better chance of getting approved.
Finder has
but before you want to do this, Siri went crazy. Before you want to actually submit your A2P, you want to make sure you've got this section here added to your website where people are going to opt in, and then you'll copy this whole thing and put it in the A2P registration. And then as we go on, there's opt-in keywords, opt-in message, and a couple extra kind of tips here at the bottom for texting to help make sure that you actually do things properly and things like that. So we're going to have a link to this form in or around this video somewhere. That way you can walk through this and you've got the copy and paste as you fill this out to make sure that your numbers actually get A2P certified. And then as always, in the comments below, make sure you are telling me what's working, what's not working, what are you hung up on? That way we can continue to make these videos better and continue to create videos for you that will actually walk you through the processes to start making money as quickly as possible in your business. Thanks for your time. We'll catch you on the next one.